Yo, what is up, everyone? Hope all's going well for you. Welcome back to Get Jacked. Now, we're kind of jumping right into things here because we've got a lot of children being born and whatnot, hatched out of their eggs. Now, we've been kind of trying to breed as much as physically possible just so we can stock up on Quetzals, Pteranodons, Rexes, and, you know, everything. So, what we've also got here today is we've got a Giga. Not sure how this one's going to come out. We're hoping for, like, I don't know, 150% melee at least. That would be really nice. And then we can imprint that and get a pretty good Giga. So we'll kind of see where this one turns out to be. We got some Argents over here. Look at the head. The purple head. It's hilarious. I really like it, actually. They're so funny looking. And they just have, like, the little tuft on their head, too. So that makes it even more hilarious. So, anyway, we've got a bunch of babies going. What we're also doing today is we've got a lot of raid stocking up. We're building up a lot of ammo, basically anything that we need for a raid, armor, and a lot of things. We're getting set for all that. So we're going to be sticking close to base, taking care of babies, and doing that. But that's not really that exciting. So what I do want to do is start on a perimeter wall here, so that we can actually get a little bit of a wall going around this island. I was going to use behemoth gates, but I don't really like it because people can hide behind it. So I don't really want to go that route. But anyway, we'll kind of wait for this to hatch. It should be hatching anytime soon. At least we can see a baby Giga. We'll see if we're going to raise it or not because, I don't know, it kind of depends on how good it is. At this point, it's really not worth it if we raise like a really, really low level Giga. Come on, buddy. I hope you come out nice. Gotta keep checking on these Quetzals, though. These are quite important. We're gonna need those for sure. We have quite a few Quetzals, actually, but, you know, you can never have too many. Now, anyway, I want to get to work on that perimeter wall kind of when we're working around the base and whatnot. We've got a lot to do in that regard, so I figured we'd just do a bunch of stuff that we can do around the island while we watch all these babies, because it's going to be, like, a really long time until we can leave far. So, anyway, come on, Giga. I've been trying to stall here. I'm really trying, but you're not cooperating. How many times I gotta feed these friggin' things? It's been on 0.0 for quite a while. Oh dang, almost missed it. Alright, I'm gonna print this bad boy. 113, okay. What's the melee? And 100%. Yuck. Okay, I don't even know. Well, we'll try and keep it alive, but I'm not gonna try my best. 100% melee is... It's really not that good at all, and we could do way better than that. And this is going to be a 10-day raise. I don't know if it's going to be worth it to imprint with, you know, that low of melee. But anyway, it has a really cool color. Why don't we get started with some stuff here? I'm going to stock up on some building supplies, and we'll be right back. Alright, I ran into a little bit of an issue with the babies. We actually have too many of them at the moment, where... I need to start flying some of these because we don't have really any space to put them. So I want to show you something that you can actually do. I don't know if... I think I did this a long time ago with actually when I was raising the wyverns. Because I raised them in the upper part of my base. I actually used this to get them in and out because when they wanted to like go for walks and stuff, I had to like bring them in and out of the base because we didn't have like the big Giga pen that we have now. So anyway, if this thing would hurry up here, I can show you what I'm talking about. If you bring them to water, basically they're forced to fly, and then they won't they won't land at all. So it's pretty funny, and it looks really cool seeing a bunch of little babies flying around. They never get tired. They fly endlessly. All right, come on, let's do this. Those Argents are like super slow. I didn't even think they were following me at first, but I guess they're kind of hobbling around. So we'll do this all at once. I'm gonna wait for these Argies to catch up. Alright, here we go. Their first flight. Come on, babies. That one's really, really slow. You're really lagging behind here, man. Okay, let's get these back in the base. Now we can actually store them like a little bit higher up, and they won't all be sitting on the floor taking up space, because we need to walk like Quetzals and stuff, and that's not possible with these all just hanging around getting big. Alright. This is going to be fun, trying to get these to maneuver in. They look so majestic when they're small, though. Alright, let's get them inside the base here. I'm going to go out. I'm going to make those crop plots. I actually have to go harvest a bunch of materials. We're out of stone and wood in, like, large quantities, at least. So we really need a mass farm though. So we're definitely gonna go out. We're gonna get us some of those things so that we can make up a bunch of crop plots to add to our wall, and we'll be right back. Alright, there we go. So I've gotten them all up into the air, and I think it looks pretty cool, actually, when you've got them all floating around in here. It looks like a little zoo. It's hilarious. So we've got babies all over the place. We can actually... I'm not going to do it with the Quetzals. I was going to say we can do it with the Quetzals, but I don't want to risk those because I've had problems with the Quetzals, like, they just disappear out of nowhere when you're raising them as babies. Like, it happens all the time to me, and you don't get like a notification that they died. Nothing. They're just gone. So I'm not messing around with those. They can hang out over there. Okay, let me just type this out quick. Okay. All right. So I'm going to continue building up supplies, and we'll be back. I think these can be left alone for a little bit. Alright, here we go. I think I've got everything that we should need for building. Now, what I'm going to be going with here are gate frames, and then I'm going to go with spiked walls between with pillars and species X on them. Now, it's going to be super costly, so probably not going to be all done in this video. We'll probably just work on one segment so we can get a good idea of what we have to do around the whole area. So, let's start with the gates. Probably just go right to the edge here. Now, this is something that people have been asking or telling me to do since I've moved out to this iceberg thing. And that's get a perimeter wall going around here. So, I think it's about time we finally do that. I don't like it. I don't like putting the gates themselves on the frames because you can't see on the other side. Someone can hide, someone can pull a raft up and you'd never even know it until they have already blown it down. So I like having the gates open, and then we'll go with spike walls. I'll kind of show you what I'm doing here once we get all these laid out. I'm going to try and go as close to the edge of the ice as possible. And then when we put spiked walls, you shouldn't be able to swim even up onto it, hopefully. Okay, I'm just going to continue to place these, and then I think I have to actually go make some spiked walls. Well, yeah, I think I definitely do. I don't think I've got any of those laying around. So, I'll be right back after I've got all these placed. Okay, I have some of the supplies that we'll need. We're still going to have to make up a few more things to get this around. I want to at least get this corner partially done. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these pillars in between all of the gate frames, and then we'll do a plant species X on each pillar, and a spiked wall basically around the base. So we'll go, should we go low? Nah, we'll go right in the middle. Perfect. And then yeah, we'll just kind of do this around the outside, and this should at least keep larger dinosaurs from getting in. I mean, pretty much anything you can put around the like outside of the base is gonna be easily blown up. So the plant species X is really just there to like deter people or something along those lines, and just kind of give them like a hard time. So not really going to be the highest strategy required to like blow down this thing, but at least we'll be able to see where they're coming from. So boom, boom. We'll just go, maybe I should go double. Might actually go, yeah, too high on all these. I think going lower doesn't really help. Now that I've got these all set up, I've got my spiked walls. Now let's toss these on here, see how these work. Quit it. Quit glitching. Stop it. Stop it, you stupid wall. Come on, ARK, just let me place it. Should I put it like there, here? And then I should be able to get that edge. Oh, there we go. I know it's possible. There. Cool. All right. Well, we know that's about as close to the edge as possible, so at least you won't be able to, yeah, you won't be able to swim up onto that for sure. I mean, it's not hard to blow this up, but you can't use rockets underwater at least. Go there. Cool. Alright, this might be a little bit difficult in some parts. Working with this ice is difficult because it kind of goes all over the place. You can't really tell where the actual mesh of it is because it kind of like it's not really a solid object in some places. So anyway, I'm gonna continue to place all this. We'll be back in a sec. All right, last step. I always hate making crop plots in this game because they're so expensive, and it's kind of like weirdly expensive because it uses a lot of different resources, and they're just so heavy, and they take a lot, so you can't like fill up your inventory too easily. So basically, I'm gonna take the light stuff, the fiber, and the thatch, just stock up on that. And we actually went out with the Doedicurus and the beaver. Now, I've been using the beaver because it reduces wood a lot, but I've heard, or like, obviously they changed the mammoth, and a lot of people have been saying that it's really good, like really good for wood. So I want to test out that. I haven't tamed a mammoth in like so long that I kind of just want to do it. I know we have a mammoth laying around, but since I'm going to be doing stuff around the base, I figure we might as well knock one of those out. Now, basically the Doedicurus reduces the stone, and then the beaver reduces wood. So we just bring both of these out, fill them both up, and then I should just be able to make a bunch of crop plots out of these. Yeah, this Doedicurus is so nice for stone. And we've been using way more stone than normal because we've been making a lot of gunpowder, and the spark powder takes so much of that because we've also been grinding all of it for our Rexes to get them ready for the bosses. So it's been quite a process getting all the stone we need for that grinder because levels are quite expensive. So anyway, should just take me a few minutes to craft these up, and then I'm gonna go place them up on that wall. Alright, we actually just came out to come look for a mammoth, and I said I just wanted like something like 120 plus or something like that, and we've got a 125, so look at that. How perfect is that? That does not happen in ARK very often. I'm not like too concerned about the level. I really just want one with a decent weight that we can just take out and like stock up. I think if we, oh my gosh, I need to kill all this stupid stuff. Freaking Argents. I just want to pick up the mammoth. Leave us be. This didn't have to happen. You could have just flown away and minded your own freaking business, but no, you have to come bother us. So anyway, I'm gonna grab or kill off the lower level one, grab the other, and we'll just knock it out at base, and it can kind of sit there forever because we've only got like half the amount of kibble that we're gonna need. So it'll be like half crops. It'll probably take like 5 hours or something crazy, but we'll be on. So what's the difference? Alright, we brought it back, and it's finally light out too, which is nice. It's always nice when the the day cycle cooperates with us because we have no gamma or anything to change that. Okay, why isn't that hitting? Is that a miss? Really? Okay, that hit the Quetzal somehow. That also somehow hit the Quetzal. This mammoth, it's not working. Did they like make it so you can't shoot them like this anymore? That's so weird. Maybe I'm really just not hitting it right. Maybe I'm really missing. Is my aim this bad? Sorry guys, I can't hit this big of a target. Oh, there we go. There's the, you just gotta shoot it directly into the heart, right into that sternum. Alright, we'll inject the narcotic straight into his blood. Perfect. How many does this actually take with a mammoth? I figured we'd be good with arrows because I didn't have any darts made up, so we pretty much have to be good with arrows. Okay, getting a little bit of lag. Okay, it's taken quite a few. I'm using the ascending crossbow. Pretty much the only time I ever use the good crossbows is if we really need to knock something out, because otherwise... Oh god, don't swoosh me! Okay, we're good. How horrible would that have been if I got glitched into it for the entire 6-hour tame? I don't know what these stats are, or if they're good or not, but it's a decent amount of weight, so I can definitely use that. We're going to be able to get so much wood on that, actually, with the 75% reduction. So I guess we'll just kind of let this thing hang out here for quite a few hours as our babies raise and as we stock up on raid supplies. But why don't we take out the other one? We'll actually take out the mammoth. It's like a cooking show when they start the food and throw it into the oven, and then they're like, okay, well, I made this one earlier in the day. Well, we tamed up a mammoth, months ago, and we might as well take that one out, and we'll see. We'll see what it's like to actually harvest with it. So I don't know. We'll see if it's actually worth it. Okay, here we go. Not bad, actually. So just kind of on the platform. I guess I don't really need. The nice thing about the reduction is that it doesn't weigh them down on the platform, so you can't actually reposition it while you're still like in the middle of a run. So this is not bad at all. We need to obviously get melee damage going on that mammoth. I would assume that we probably put them all into health on this, because before you didn't use it for harvesting, so there wasn't really a need for melee. Not bad. This is like a really good way to get wood. We'll be able to stock up on quite a few. Now, what I do want to try is maybe this and the Therizinosaurus together. That might be good. Alright, just checking out all my Rexes over here. They should be alright. They've been going for a few days now, so they're getting to the point where they can hold quite a bit of meat. So, Mammoth just still kind of sleeping over here. It's gonna be quite a long tame. It's actually been about 2 hours, so I mean he's getting there. I think I've actually got a little bit of raptor kibble, so I'll use a little bit of that for him. What? There we go. Okay, it was lag. I'm like, am I going crazy? What am I doing wrong here? All the birds are doing alright, and I should probably just imprint this thing too. I'll do that in a sec though there, I think. Let me see here. Crops. I just want to make sure that I have enough in the mammoth, because I'll be able to kibble tame it for a little bit of the ways, but the rest is going to be crops, and that's going to be such a long process. So he's been starving down for a bit. Get that in there, and the topor doesn't drop that quick, so he's just kind of been hanging out. I don't think their health really gets that high though, unfortunately, so it's not going to be like the next Parasaur or something, but I think we'll definitely be able to use this one with our Therizinosaurus and definitely get a lot, because I think if we harvest with Therizino and then pick that up with the mammoth, that should definitely get, you know, full trips of wood a lot faster than just harvesting it with the mammoth. So we're gonna go out, we're gonna go to some metal now as well. Goodness, this frickin' Rex attacking my Quetzal. Die, stupid thing. Turn my back on it for just a second, and it's getting eaten by a T-Rex. Come on. How many shots is this gonna take? There we go. It was only level 20. Thank God. If it was any higher, it was gonna take forever to kill that. What? Where did the Quetzal just go? No way, it's down here. What? How? Did it just teleport over there? What is this? Alright, regardless of whether or not that Quetzal's teleporting and stuff, what we are doing is testing out the Therizinosaurus and the Mammoth, so it turns out it works really well. We got really sidetracked though, unfortunately. He's still attacking some stuff. Die, he's freaking Perlovian. Alright, I'm gonna kill this thing. Get out of here. Stomp it. Help me. Evidently this thing, it was only level 30. Yeah, the mammoths do not do very much damage at all. They're really weak actually. Oh, okay. There it is here. Let me pull this up. So basically what he is doing is he's going through the forest. He's clearing it with the Therizinosaurus and dropping the bags, which is only like every 2 trees with the Therizino. Like, the mammoth gets like 50 per tree, where the Theri gets like 400 wood per tree. So it gathers it way quicker, unless we really buff melee on the mammoth. But I really doubt that it'll ever get to the point where it's as good as a Therizino. So, see, he's already got a bag. Like, basically, he'll chop down 2 trees and then already need to drop, like, a whole thing of this. But I can just put it all into the mammoth, and it can carry it forever, and then we'll load up the Quetzal as well. So, this is going to be, like, the way to get wood. This is really nice. It would be even better if we were in the swamp, and we could put these both on a raft, and then take it through. Now, that is the way to do it. A mammoth on a raft is really good. So, I wish we were in the swamp, but resources are quite a bit more scarce out here in the tundra. So I've been making up a bunch of ascendant clubs. They're not too costly, and they're a really nice weapon to have in raids, which we will be getting into very soon. So I'm going to keep stocking up on this, and we'll head back to base. I'll show you our finished wall type thing. Alright, so our mammoth is all set, tamed out after about 4.5 hours, so not too bad at all. I'll show you this little wall. Let me throw a point into health there, and let me show you this wall here. So basically we've just been stocking up on all that equipment that we're going to need, and now I have all this. So I just need to plant all these, and we should be all set. So the next video will be a raid and all that stuff, so that we can actually start getting into that. We haven't done much of it in the series, and I know a lot of people have been wondering why, and it's because we've just been stocking up and getting to the point where we could do it and have a good time and not have to risk our base or something while doing it. So anyway, that's where we're going to stop for today. If you like this video, definitely hit that thumbs up and or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You all have a great rest of your day, and of course, we'll catch you next time.